Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is ImagineX, and today we're diving into something really interesting, how Americans are seeing India after our 2024-25 elections. And trust me, it's not as simple as they like us or they don't like us. Like one half of America's like India's our strategic partner, and the other half's like, bro, they're taking our tech jobs. Yeah, it's complicated, so grab a coffee, sit back, and let's decode this love-hate drama between the US and India. Think school style, with a little humor and a lot of facts. So here's the scene. A Pew Research survey in 2025 found that 49% of Americans view India positively, and 48% view it negatively. Basically, it's a geopolitical coin toss. But fun fact, this is actually an improvement. Back in 2024, only 43% liked India. The rest were like, hey, not my vibe. So, what changed? Well, when the BJP lost its outright majority and had to form a coalition, the US saw that as democracy in action. It was like India saying, see, we've still got checks and balances. And Americans went, okay, not bad, not bad. That boosted India's democratic image for a bit, but then, the economic storm rolled in. In mid-2025, President Trump pulled out the big guns, new tariffs on Indian imports and a massive 20x increase in H-1B visa fees, from $5,000 to $100,000. Like bro, that's not a visa, that's a down payment on a house. These policies hit where it hurts, jobs and prices. Americans love India's democracy, but they panic when the word outsourcing enters the chat. That's what's keeping their opinions so unstable. One more tariff or tech controversy, and boom, the numbers flip again. Now here's the plot twist. It's actually the liberals in the US who view India more favorably than the conservatives. Normally, conservatives are the defense-first crowd, and India's literally a key ally against China. But right now, their focus is on jobs and economics. They're like, wait a sec, these guys are taking our tech gigs. Meanwhile, the liberals are going, yes, there are human rights concerns, but India's too important to ignore. So yeah, the usual roles flipped. Let's call it the ideological inversion of 2025. Oh, and get this. Older Americans love India way more than the youth. People above 50 grew up hearing about India's democracy. Gandhi, yoga, Bollywood. Good vibes only. The younger generation, they just see layoffs, visa memes, and global drama. Okay, now let's talk money, because this is where the relationship really gets spicy. A 2025 survey said 56% of Americans believe H-1B visas take away local jobs, and around 60% said companies should hire Americans first. So yeah, protectionism is back in style, more popular than AI memes. The visa fee hike, it's not just about money, it's politics. It's designed to please voters who feel that globalization left them behind. But here's the irony. India's growth can help the US, not hurt it. Take the India Semiconductor Mission, a $50 billion project. It's building chip factories that help diversify the global supply chain away from China. So instead of job thief, India could actually be the supply chain savior. Someone should put that on a campaign poster. Now let's shift to geopolitics, the glue that keeps this friendship from falling apart. The US sees India as its main partner in countering China. They're in the Quad alliance with Japan and Australia, working together on tech, trade, and maritime security. Defense cooperation, it's booming. India's bought Apache helicopters, Sig Sauer rifles, and other advanced American weapons. So yeah, it's a bromance built on defense deals instead of Netflix passwords. But here's the twist. India still plays by its own rules. That policy of strategic autonomy means we'll work with you, but we'll also keep our old friends. Translation: we'll buy oil from Russia, attend BRICS meetings, and still join the Quad dinner. And Washington? Well, they're not thrilled about it, but they get it. India's not picking sides, it's picking strategy. Alright, let's address the topic that always sparks arguments: democracy and human rights. According to Freedom House, India scored 63 out of 100 in 2025, labeled as partly free. And the US media? They can't get enough of this narrative. You'll see stories about journalist arrests, internet shutdowns, and minority rights concerns. Some reports even predict darker days for opposition voices. So while India's economic image is glowing, its democratic image is, let's just say, under renovation. But ignoring these critiques doesn't help. For creators and thinkers, the key is to acknowledge them honestly, and then explain why engagement still matters. Because if the US disengages, it loses influence and the chance to push for reforms. So yeah, balance is the name of the game. Okay, next. Something very modern: influence and misinformation. Indian diaspora groups in the US, like NRIM, are now registered under FARA, the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Basically, even political influence has a paper trail now, and with Congress tightening rules, every foreign connection is under the microscope. Then there's digital misinformation, a huge issue. During India's 2024 elections, deepfake videos flooded social media like crazy. In fact, 7 out of 10 Americans now say fake news is one of the biggest threats to their democracy. So, for anyone creating India-related content, be transparent, cite real data, and fact-check like your life depends on it. Because trust, that's the new currency online. So, how can creators, journalists, and analysts navigate all this? If your audience is older and policy-focused, dive deep into strategy, defense, and long-term geopolitics. They love that thoughtful stuff. If your viewers are liberal-leaning, focus on values, democracy, press freedom. But show how collaboration builds leverage for reform. And if you're talking to economic populists, make it practical. Highlight how India's growth creates U.S. benefits, new jobs, cheaper tech, stable supply chains. The golden rule? Adjust your message to the mindset. Because in geopolitics, perception isn't just opinion, it's power. So here's the big takeaway. Right now, the U.S.-India relationship is like a long-term friendship with trust issues. They agree on China, they trade weapons, they share memes about global leadership, but they still argue about money, values, and politics. And yet, deep down, they know they need each other. The question is, will they build a lasting partnership or keep it as a complicated, it's not you, it's me kind of thing? Now, I want to hear from you. Comment below your opinion. Do you think this U.S.-India relationship is heading for a golden era or a global Cold War? Your take might just feature in the next video. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown and learned something new, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to ImagineX for more smart, entertaining deep dives into global politics and power plays. This is ImagineX, signing off. Stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.